Hi, welcome to Churchill County Library Storytime. The book we have today is called Gorilla Gardener. And I'm reading this book today because Earth Day is Thursday, and this has something to do with the earth and how to make it a more beautiful place. Gorilla Gardener, How to Help Nature Take Over the World, and it's written by John and Jana. And is published by Manic D Press out of San Francisco. Gorilla Gardener has a plan. Can you guess what it is? It's a very simple plan. Step 1, get some seeds. You can collect them from food or flowers or buy them in packets. I'm making seed balls. They're fun to toss. Just combine clay, seeds, dirt, and water and form into a ball. And then stick them in your pocket or maybe carry a bag of them, but make sure they're not too heavy. See all those seeds? Even if you ever eat peas out of a shell, those are seeds. And there's some sunflower seeds, pumpkin seeds. Step 2, plant seeds. But where? Do you see he's holding the little seed ball he made? Everywhere. The whole city can be a garden. Hi. Gorilla Gardener plants them in playgrounds and parking lots, on sidewalks and telephone poles, and sticks the seeds in every crack, everywhere. Gorilla Gardener swings on wires and plants seeds on the sides of buildings, and they are placed in the cracks of bricks and concrete and even thrown onto rooftops. It starts slowly. Step 3, watch the plants grow. Look on that telephone pole. What the? Hey! Oh, I like this. It's beautiful. That's a tall flower. Soon, the playgrounds and parking lots are filled. Oh, no way! Flowers and berries sprout up from the cracks in the sidewalk, and beans climb up telephone poles and buildings. Squash and pumpkins creep everywhere. Nature moves into your classroom. It sure is hard to sit at your desk now. Get outside and learn something in the sunshine. I love gravity. Wow, what kind of butterfly is that? It's a blue morpho. And there's a little bird's nest. And what's that little girl doing? Can you see on the leaf, there's a caterpillar. A huge field of flowers replaces the city streets. Cars can't move, but who cares? Goats and chickens move in. Did you know that animals poop out plant food? They do. Roots from plants break up concrete and asphalt. Flowers and trees drop seeds like crazy. If you ever feel like munching on a carrot, keep your eyes peeled. They've been planted somewhere in the city. And strawberries and tomatoes and plenty more to eat too. Who can work with all this clutter in the office? There's a little sign that says coffee machine, copy machine, filing cabinet. Who can work with all the noise outside? Kids and animals sure make a lot of noise together. Grown-ups have to go outside. Maybe they will act a little wild too. Vines spill from the roofs. Ivy climbs up the skyscrapers. Gorilla Gardener has something new to swing on. Everyone will live outside. It's fun to sleep in trees like a gorilla gardener. What's that noise? Don't worry, it's just some wild boars frolicking in the moonlight. Some grumps won't like it. There is always a grump. Plants should stay in gardens. Let's sprinkle him with seeds. Maybe the flowers will change his mind. Even the butterflies are happy. Maybe that grump will join everyone in celebrating the new wild and free world. What a feast there will be among the trees and grass. Everyone's all eating together and enjoying outside, and there's Mr. Grump playing the ukulele. Maybe Gorilla Gardener will take us to the top of the highest skyscraper so we can all look down at our jungle city. It sure has changed from the days of sidewalks and cars. Look at all those happy creatures. What else can we see? Seeds from our city floating in the air onto the next one. Pretty soon that will be a jungle city too, and there will be another one and another one. Let's thank Gorilla Gardener and plant even more seeds. You can be a gorilla gardener too. Every flower and fruit and vegetable has seeds in it or on it. You have to carefully remove the seeds once the flower or the fruit has fully ripened and bloomed. And then here's directions. You mix together seeds, dirt, and air-dry clay. You knead everything together. You might have to add a little water if you need to hold it together. And then pinch pieces off and make little balls. You might have to use a little bit of water, but just a tiny bit. The most important thing of being part of being a gorilla gardener is sharing that wonderful feeling of watching things grow. Where do you want to start your gorilla garden? And if you check this book out of the library, it tells you the whole story about gorilla gardening. And on the back, it says, you can't argue with flowers. Gorilla Gardener is a gorgeous meditation about what happens when we let nature and hope take over the world. I hope you enjoy this book, and be sure to come to the library if you want to check it out and get your project for this week too. Okay, you ready to make a seed ball? This is what you've got in your packet. A plate, and you might want to do this outside. Some seeds, a piece of wax paper because your seed ball needs to dry overnight before you can start to plant them around. Dirt, and this is called air dry clay, so it's going to dry into something hard like this ball that I made. Now this one's ready to just be planted any place I want. Okay, so let's take the clay out first. Only take out as much clay as you're going to use at first, so because you don't want it to start drying out too much. So remember what the book said? You mix the clay, kind of flatten it out like this, and then you put some dirt on it. I'm going to put some of the dirt on my plate. And like I said, this is a really good activity to do outside so you don't make a big mess inside. I'm not doing it outside because when we're recording this, it's cold and windy outside. Okay, so you put a little bit of the dirt on your clay. Take your seeds and put, I don't know, 4 or 5 on there. Just sprinkle them on like this. And then I have a little bit of water, and I got a spoon from the kitchen. And I'm just going to put just a little tiny bit of water. I'm going to show you on my hand, because if you put too much water, it turns into a gloopy mess, and then it's not even fun. So just a little bit of water. Can you see about how much water I'm putting in it? I'm going to put in like just a little drop. That's why I'm using a spoon. Just a little bit on the tip of the spoon. Just sprinkle it on. Oop, I didn't get any on the spoon. There, just sprinkle it on there. Okay, now you roll it all together. Make sure you get the seeds inside there. And then just make it into a ball. And your seeds are inside here, remember? And then just roll it with your hand. And then really press it into the rest of the dirt on your plate. And just keep kneading it and kneading it like this. And don't worry about those little seeds, because remember what it said in the book? When those seeds start to grow, it will be able to crack through this air dry clay. I'm going to put just a little drop more of water on there, just a drop. And then you just keep kneading it and kneading it. Press it into the rest of the dirt on your plate. There you go. And then just pinch off a little piece, knead it, and then roll it back into a ball like this. And then there you have it. And put it on, this is the wax paper that was in your packet, so put it on there and let it dry there overnight. And then you can make another one. That's why you want to put and you'll get quite a few seeds in your packet. You want to put quite a few in there, so when you tear it apart like this, you can make several balls and just let them dry overnight, and then they'll be ready to plant. And it's not like you have to do it like in that book. That was just a real funny book, wasn't it? But this will be fun, and then every once in a while check where you threw them. Maybe give them a little bit of water, and pretty soon you'll have a beautiful flower. And the seeds that you get in your packet are sunflower seeds, but you can put any kind of seed in them that you want. Now, I have extra clay in here in my packet still, and still there's plenty of more dirt, so you can make as many seed balls as you want. And if you get tired of making seed balls, you can make something out of the clay and just let it dry overnight. See, I made a little turtle, and then I'm going to paint the little turtle with markers or some kind of paint, and then I can put him in my garden too. So I hope you have fun with this, and let me know how it goes and send us some pictures if you do. Okay, thank you.